Hi guys, the executive director of Waitrose, James Bailey, spoke to Times Radio about a number of problems facing his supermarket chain, from shoplifting to new packaging legislation. However, on the issue of Brexit and the checks that are expected to come in soon, James here explained how the impact will be more on small and medium-sized operations and less on large chain stores. This is once again a case of big companies being able to avoid Brexit problems due to volume and their ability to throw money at the problem. Have a listen to this.
Earlier this week, we were talking to someone from the Cold Chain Federation. They were saying that the new rules, which are coming in, I think at the end of October, post-Brexit customs checks, there's been various holidays and whatever, the sort of deadlines at the end of October, worried about what you will and won't be able to get through into the UK. And actually, it was quite a lot of the stuff. It was, it's meats and cheeses from across Europe, essentially, the sort of thing that you'd expect to see on the deli in Waitrose. Is that something that you're concerned about in the run up to Christmas?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are concerned. I think it affects everyone. I think actually I'd be more concerned for more sort of smaller shops, more delis in your local village or local town, because it's going to be much harder for some of those guys to get some of the specialist product through the door. We've got lots of big relationships, and we can organise ourselves. We've got plenty of people to do the work for us. I'm more concerned about the impact on small delis and specialist shops, because those are most often the lifeblood of a high street in a great village or a town. So I think it will have an effect. We're going to have to wait and see, but it's another bit of red tape, another bit of headwind that probably those shops and the food industry doesn't need at the moment.
Now, why is this a problem? Because up to now, exporters in the European Union could sell into Britain and there were no checks taking place. Now, the host here talked about customs. It's not really customs, it's about security checks. But what's going to happen from October, unless it's postponed, now there has been talk of something being postponed, but I don't know if that's the case. But if it's not postponed, the UK will require veterinary health certificates on products coming in from the European Union. Now, at the moment, the European Union requests veterinary health certificates on consignments coming from Britain, a third country, into the single market. Now, this isn't a big problem for big companies, because what they can do is load up an articulated lorry, load up a trailer with one product and have one health certificate for that entire product. It's about £150, I think, for €150 for a health certificate. But if you're sending a small consignment, imagine a cheese company, a small artisan cheese company in Britain that wants to sell into the single market. It needs to have one health certificate for every consignment. Now, if you're buying just one piece of cheese, you're not going to spend £150 for that health certificate. So this has pretty much closed off a lot of small operations. But if you have a massive operation, then it's not really a problem. It's a cost, but it's a cost that you can absorb. Now, what's going to happen, we believe, from October is that these health certificates are going to be applied on the British side as well. So the small exporters in Europe are going to struggle to sell their goods into the UK market if there are health certificates required, because this is going to be too expensive for them. Now, the big operators, they will just absorb that cost in the same way that the big operators in Britain are absorbing this cost at the moment. But it is going to really damage small operations in Britain. Now, I've heard some people say that this has been part of the reason why many big supermarket chains actually supported Brexit, because they knew this was going to happen, and they knew that this was going to close down a lot of small stores that are competition to the supermarkets in Britain. I don't know if that's true or not, but it certainly makes sense if you think that that's their goal. And in many cases, the supermarkets are in competition with small outlets, and they would be happy to see them close because the customer base moves to the supermarket. So they're able to see small cheese, butchers, whatever, close down, and they would absorb that customer base. But as we have seen before with Brexit, it's very damaging for small and medium-sized enterprises, but for big corporations, they can throw money at the problem, they can absorb these costs. I don't know if that's the case with Waitrose, but it's certainly the case with groups like Tesco or Aldi or others. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.